everyone. What's up? You're here with Steve DiGiorgio, bassist of Testament, Death, and many more. You're here on Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt. Keep it fucking heavy, yo.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason Bittner from Overkill, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania.
This is the Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. I got my headphones on and my dick in your cat. Let's party. It's time to metal.
Come on, admit it. You're glad to see us, huh?
I wanna live in life and rise on my long been told a longer story built on my truth. It shouldn't matter where your roots have been planted. It only matters what you say that you do. I try to find the good inside, but others searching, waiting. What do you choose? Some say colors can be so defensive. I find the problem is inside of you, my friend. Extend my family. And you, I'm my drown. We're told our weakness divided by difference. We're told our weakness is love, that's not true. We're told forgiveness is never the answer. We're done until the next life we lose. One friend, extend my family. And you, I'm my drown.
That ain't weird at all.
Silence Equals Death opens up our return to Metal-O-Mania after a little bit of time off and a little bit of partying with our friends. What's up, Scully? How are you tonight?
I'm great, thank you.
Very, very good to see you.
Yeah, I'm recovering a little from our vacation.
I know. We had some time off. We did some cool things. We'll talk about you. You got a shirt representing part of what we did and everything. But we are back a little bit. We're going to be back tonight. I think we're going to be back next week. Then we're going to take a week off. We're going to be spitter spatter over the next few weeks as we break our way through the rest of summer. But yeah, I love your Thralls of Metal shirt there, Skulls. We hung out with those guys in person. They invaded Maryland and we hung out with them in person.
Yep, you share a birthday with one of those fellas.
A birthday with Jam and John. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That was fun.
Good shit.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that as a matter of fact, but I don't want to overlook the fact that we opened the show with Silence Equals Death, a badass band. That song was Our Place in Time. That releases I'll See You on the Other Side, which comes out on September 10th, and I can't fucking wait. These cats are, matter of fact, these cats are on Upstate Records, man. That's our boy Mario. And dude, Mario's funneling the good jams at us, isn't he? What the fuck? I can't stop listening to the Ronin. Yeah, I know, man. That dude stays on it. We know him. He was in Built for Battle, who we interviewed back when they were doing the thing, and now they disbanded. But man, he stayed in the metal scene. He's doing the Upstate Records thing. And again, the Bushido Code that released the Ronin, we interviewed them on the show. Eternal Struggle, those are all on his label, man. We've talked to all those bands. They got great things, and here you go, man. Silence Equals Death.
Another one.
September 10th. You can pre-order it, so do so. Shout out to Mario and that band. But yeah, man, we had a good time, right? I'm a year older, you guys. I'm a year older than I was.
As fuck, you mean?
Yeah, I'm older as fuck, yeah.
There you go.
I'm dirt shit old now,
he's
as
old
it were.
now.
Yeah. Fossilized.
He's
fossilized.
Scully is thinking, holy fuck, what did I do old?
Yeah,
now.
right, exactly. She's going to trade me in for two 25-year-olds, apparently, but I don't blame you.
No, I don't even have energy for that.
Sounds like a lot of work, right? I might be old, but I'm about your speed there, Skulls. I'm sorry to tell you.
You're a lot of work.
Yeah. Back at you. Anyway, I love you though. But no, we had fun, right? We had a good time. We went and checked out Atlantic City. We had the Thralls of Metal guys come to town. Shout out to them.
Right? We did some stuff in town with them. You
Fuck
got a
yeah.
fucking cool tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you.
We all got tattoos. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, yeah. I don't want to overlook a chance to give a shout out to Joe One at Orange Tattoo
Flash
Company.
them all real quick and let us see what
Yeah,
you got.
we'll have to share the pictures here. There you go. We'll show the pictures of the tattoos
So
with
who
everybody.
got-
And Joe One. So this was my tattoo, which was the a continuation of my H.P. Lovecraft art. This was Gug. Well, introducing Gug to you. This is my official introduction of Gug. My newest. I add them to my Cthulhu and all my other H.P. Lovecraft. There you go. Here's a couple of other H.P. Lovecraft ones for you. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's going crazy outside while we're recording the show here tonight. So bear with us. Hope we keep the lights on.
Right.
But also, our buddy Shredlord from Thralls of Metal came and got a tattoo. He's a big fan of the Castlevania show. And he got this, the crest from the main family in the Castlevania show. I will confess I'm not up to date on my Castlevania. I'll have to watch the show. So there you go. But that's what he got. Pretty cool. Joe One. By the way, Joe One did all these.
Design them.
He
got
designed
an
them.
idea of what
Yes.
you all wanted,
Yeah.
right? And then aside from the actual logo.
Right. Well, the Thralls of Metal logo, right?
Right.
Which is next. Here you go. We'll show that now. That was what Jam and John got from the Thralls of Metal. It was, matter of fact, Jam and John shares my birthday. It was on our birthday. We did this on July 30th was our birthday.
Right.
And we did the actual tattoos on our birthday. And that was Jam and John's. He got the Thralls of Metal thing and the logo, which is cool.
Right.
But yeah, Joe did all these in a row. Like he was the single artist that did all of our art. He did them all one after the other. You know, we had them
It was
booked
a
up all day.
complete 8-hour day. Maybe
Yeah.
a little, slightly less. But
A little
no,
less
pretty
because he
much-
jams, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much an 8-hour day.
Fuck
There was
yeah.
one more, right?
Yeah, our son Kai. Don't want to
There you go.
overlook Kai.
Right.
Kai's I'm a metalhead. Kai's a deadhead, but you know we still love him.
We
and
love him dearly.
We love him dearly. And he, matter of fact, he got me my tattoo for my birthday, and this was what he got. The what's this? There's a name for this. Something Bertha. Isn't that Bertha?
I think it might be.
Yeah,
that
Bertha.
sounds about right.
The
Yeah.
Grateful Dead art is Bertha, and Kai got that, and it is badass. And there you go. Cool stuff, right?
Very neat.
Cool art on our birthdays, and we had a good time. And Necrotic Nick came. Of course, Necrotic Nick, much like Scully, is not into the tattoos and the needle thing.
We are bare skinned.
Bare skin, still innocent skinned.
Yeah.
So
pure
Necrotic
as
Nick.
the day we were born. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
right.
I shouldn't say that. Both of us have piercings.
Yes, you do. That's
No,
correct.
he has many more than I do.
Right, but you both do have
But
piercings.
yeah,
so
we've mutilated our bodies.
a little bit, a little bit. Can we show everybody your piercing? Anyway,
No.
we'll come back to that.
I have my ears pierced.
Yeah, we'll show them those ones. But Necrotic Nick, actually, while we were getting our tattoos, traipsed all over Maryland looking at record stores and shit. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk to them guys. We have a scheduled talk to do kind of a recap of our visit with them. So we'll share that. We'll get with those guys and we'll share that and add some bits and pieces, and it'll be fun.
Okay.
Because I had a blast with those guys, man. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with them again. Thralls of Metal, you guys rock. We love you, dudes. Good times, man. Hung out with them, had a blast.
Yes.
And, of course, they left town.
Yes.
And the minute they did, we traipsed off to Atlantic City, right?
Well, first we went to Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're
to
right.
visit our very, very, very good friend Dawn.
That's right.
Friend and family, of course.
Right. I love Donnie.
So she
Welcomed us in.
hooked us up, right?
Yeah.
She took care of us in more than
She
a couple
did.
ways, and
She did.
she told us where to stay and what we should eat and you
And where to
know.
go and
Yeah,
how to do it and who to
she's
ride. And
amazing.
no, I mean, yeah, we love Dawn.
It was a you know what I will say. I think we said it like to our trip on our trip, but we'll say it to everybody else. The half a day, whatever, I guess the whole day or whatever that we spent in Pennsylvania was better than the 3 days that we spent
In Atlantic City.
New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll dive
Because-
into that even a
okay,
little bit.
okay,
We'll get
all right.
into let's play a couple of songs for everybody, and then we'll talk a little bit about our Atlantic City trip and about that. I don't want to spoil too much of the Thralls of Metal visit, because we are going to talk to those guys and do some recap stuff. So
Okay.
we'll share some more art, we'll share some more pictures and all that shit, and please do stay tuned for that. And then I'll tell you what, let's play a couple of songs, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about the second leg of our time off.
Okay.
We're on two?
Yep.
All right, well then let's play two jams for everybody. We're going to open this up with some Dog Tired, man. I am so fucking...
How appropriate.
I know, right? Dog Tired. I feel it. I feel it in my
You go on
bones.
vacation to relax, and then you end up like even worse off than you
Yeah,
ever
right.
were.
Now you need a vacation to get over our vacation. That's the truth. But if you're going to recover, Dog Tired is your soundtrack for it, man.
Okay.
They got a brand new single. It's called Feast. These badasses are from the UK. We told you to get Electric Abyss when it came out, and now we're telling you that they are still around doing badassery things. And here's a reminder for you. We're going to play Feast, and then we're going to play some Turn Cold for you. Whoa, holy shit, there you go. I Turn Cold. I think Mother Nature approves.
She likes it.
She likes it. She's getting jammed up and ready to go. The End of My Rope is the name of this song, which is another thing I think Feeling Scully. These are the soundtracks of our lives here. You know, these are our titles of our autobiography, as it were.
That's so funny.
But Break Your Faith is their brand new release. I'm loving this. These guys are from Atlanta, killing it. I pre-ordered this EP already, and I can't wait for more of it. This is the shit I live for, these jams. So here you go.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
them in, come back. Let's do more metal.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and again, we got 2 great interviews. I didn't even mention that we have great interviews for you tonight. We're going to be talking to Militaria. We're going to be talking to Cognitive. So, yeah, lots of reasons to keep hanging out and doing the metal thing with us tonight, man.
Absolutely.
Much love.
Much metal.
Let's do this.
Okay.
This is Keith from Scottish metal band Dog Tired, and you're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
Now let's get out of here before we get arrested for all this shit.
Hey, Chris, or shall I call you the Crypt from the Metal-O-Mania show. It's your good friend here, Brian O'Halloran, and you may know me from such great films as Clerks, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and many, many more. Plus, the upcoming Clerks 3. That's right, we're about to start filming that. You'll be seeing that next year. We hear it's your birthday. Your good friend Dawn has sent me a request to wish you a happy birthday. We have some sort of weird internet connection through other people we all know together. Anyway, she, as a good friend as she is, thought you would enjoy me wishing you a happy birthday. That's awesome, bro. They tell me like you're half the man you used to be, but some of the other friends tell me that just makes you twice the asshole. I guess what happens is you have just a limited amount of asshole in a body, and then when you shrink that body, the assholiness gets, I guess, concentrated. So that's what they're telling me. Anyway, have a great birthday, man. And hey, man, love to hear that Metal-O-Mania internet radio show. Rock on, brother. And if you aren't out there listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crip as the host, I don't know what you're doing. So happy birthday, brother. I hope you have a great birthday. And hopefully I'll see you in theaters for Clerks 3 next year. We'll see you then. Peace.
The way I see it, you and me got one motherfucking thing to talk about. One thing, and that's what you are willing to do for me.
You think this is the PGA? You can just hoop and holler whenever you want? Baba fucking Booey!
Dog tired and turned cold. Fucking. So far, 3 killer bands. Silence equals death, dog tired, turned cold. All a part of just badassery that you must have, man. Metal you must have.
Absolutely.
And a part of our really big show we got for you tonight there. So there you go. Good stuff. Killer jams, man. I am enjoying the fuck out of it. Are you hanging in there, Scar? Are you? There is something to be said about some normalcy, right? I love vacation, don't get me wrong, but there's something to be said about getting back into the schedule of things, no?
Yeah, there's your own bed.
Yeah, right. There you go.
You know, is
there's
pretty
something
big.
medicinal about that. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it was fun.
We had fun. We had fun. Well, the Thralls guys came to town to start off our time off, which you took off the week in a couple of days, and we had a blast with those guys, man. Again, we'll get into that in more detail with them, so I'm going to reserve some of that talk.
Okay.
But we did leave the day they got... Well, what's funny is we were going to leave Monday. They left Sunday, and you and I were going to leave Monday to go to Atlantic City for 3 days.
Right.
And a good friend of ours, Dawn, who we do love, works at a casino. We won't give the name out or whatever, but it's a casino somewhere in the state of Pennsylvania. And we had a good time. She invited us. She's invited us there before, honestly, and we've never, obviously it's
with the
a long
COVID
trip
for a
and then
long time,
COVID and
obviously
everything shut
we
down,
couldn't
right?
do anything, but
right. So I decided to talk you into, hey, let's leave it a day
I know you
early.
were like, let's just go now.
Yeah.
And I was like,
go.
what?
Let's
You
go.
can't do that. You're fucking crazy.
She was like, no way, we're not ready to go. I need all of tonight to get ready to leave tomorrow. I was like,
Right.
fuck that. Let's phone in the prep and let's get
I know. He was like, what do you really need to do before tomorrow?
before a couple of days. Let's just go.
I was like, I guess maybe nothing. I don't know.
And in retrospect, best part of our trip was that part.
Yeah.
Right?
It was.
I mean, we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
What's particularly nice about it is it broke up our drive to Atlantic City.
That
It was
was
en
nice.
route.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were able to drive three of our 4-hour drive to Pennsylvania and settle in there. And then the next day we only had an hour to get to Atlantic City, which was nice.
It was good.
But we went to the casino. We got there relatively late evening, on that Sunday night. But we went in, we got us some coffee, we got in our room, and we decided, let's go check out the casino. We were staying in a place with a casino, right? So we went down to check out the casino. We, I think, we first hit the Wheel of Fortune machine, didn't we?
Maybe.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
the wheel? I think we went
Slots,
straight to the
you know,
slots.
Right.
Well, and we should tell, I really like to hear from people out there. How do you feel when you walk into a casino? How many of you, first of all, go to casinos? Is that your gig? And if you do you walk in confident? Do you walk in cocky? Do you walk in hesitant?
Swinging your dick like I got
Yeah,
this. Go
right.
straight to the fucking poker table.
And we saw some of those types too,
Right,
for sure.
I mean, if you go regularly, you might have that.
You probably do, right?
prowess,
It's your
you know,
home. It's your right.
We do not, though. We are
We
a little
do not.
intimidated by it.
Yes,
You know?
we were walking around
And
very hesitant.
We don't fucking like people. We don't want to hang out with people.
Right. We were looking for people with metal shirts on. By the way, my Cruel Bomb shirt is pretty badass. Thank you.
It is, actually.
Killer shirt. But yeah, we were out of Pennsylvania. It's been another Pennsylvania connection.
I'll
so.
see if we had seen
there you
them
go.
guys. It would have been cool.
Yeah, right. I would have talked to them. I would have said, hey, man, let's go talk to those guys. Well, and it wasn't bad, though, because Pennsylvania
actually,
ended
I say
up
that,
being
but
nice.
No, everybody was friendly.
Totally friendly.
For sure.
The guy, I went to buy a Dunkin' Donuts coffee because, as you know, what's funny is our buddy Shredlord from Thralls of Metal came to visit this week with everybody, and he was like, dude, I see you online bitching that you never sleep. Now that I've visited, I know why. You drink coffee all fucking day long, man. And I do. I won't deny that. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I'm drinking a big Dunkin' Donut. Well, I ordered a medium Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Oh, I remember this now. Okay.
And the guy was like, it's late night, man. I'm going to go ahead on me, give you a big, giant fucking coffee for the medium price. I was like, dude, welcome to fucking Pennsylvania. This is already a great trip. The dude's giving me hook me up with a big-ass coffee. I picked it right up and dropped it right all over the fucking place. Everywhere. I fucking threw pumpkin-flavored coffee all over the goddamn place.
So, dude did you a favor, and then
Yes.
you made a lot of
I
extra
made
work for him.
Yes, I did. I thanked him by increasing his workload about 200%. Yeah, I felt like a fucking asshole, too. Well, see, now, and this, let's keep in mind, this is what set up the moments after this. Now we're walking onto the casino floor. I'm a little already like, God damn it, I'm out of my element. I'm a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? I just did this dude dirty. He totally made me another large one, by the way. Wouldn't take my money for it. I threw a tip in the thing for it. But, so this sets up our mentality as we're walking out on the casino floor. So we're right to the slots where we don't have to talk to nobody. No people, no dealers, no nothing. Let's go right to the slots.
Right.
And we went to the Wheel of Fortune machine and hit that bitch for 200 some odd bucks.
Yeah, we did pretty good, actually,
Boom.
at the Wheel of Fortune. That was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It kind of made sense there. Like, whatever, like, the things were that came up on the wheels.
Right.
Made sense based on the game.
Right.
And I only say that because
none of them do.
When we went to Atlantic City, the Wheel of Fortune game, we were like, oh, we had luck in Pennsylvania with the Wheel of Fortune. Let's just play that real quick.
Yeah.
No, we dropped like $200
in a
like,
minute.
In a minute.
In a minute. I'm not. We dropped.
And the lines were
In a
completely
minute.
different, right? They didn't even have the same things
Yeah, no.
on the wheels.
No,
you know,
nothing.
it was
Completely
it had
different.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune.
And it was exceptionally more expensive and
Yes.
more complicated and more confusing. And I have
Yeah.
no idea how we lost or what we would have won or
No.
what the fuck.
But we walked
Completely.
away.
Yeah,
Like,
we walked
all
away
right,
from
let's
that.
Fucking
Yeah.
scrap that.
But we'll come back to that. We'll
Okay.
come back to that. We're still in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And we hit the Wheel of Fortune machine pretty nicely. So now we're feeling a little better. We're starting to feel our cockiness roll in a little bit. Let's go play some card games. Let's go play some games with somebody.
Right.
We were looking at roulette, and we were thinking about getting involved in some of that, but we ended up at the blackjack card table.
Yeah, the roulette table was a little busy. So.
Yeah, it was busy and jumping, and that's not
Yeah.
our game. So there's two drunk dudes sitting at this one blackjack table. $15, what wasn't it, a $15 minimum of a hand,
think
I
so,
believe?
maybe.
Something
I'm
like
not
that.
sure.
So we decided, fuck it, let's go ahead and sit down and hang out with these two drunk dudes. And one of them's loud and boisterous.
They
and
were so drunk.
I lost $1,000. I'm down $1,000.
Well, we sat down at the table
what
at
this dude kept-
first, and neither one of them were there. Remember, it was just like
Oh, right,
you know,
right.
drinks and like
we sat down
you know,
thinking we were going to sit down by ourselves.
Right.
Right. That's right.
and then they came back from the ATM, both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they had big stacks of cash,
Where
too.
they each had got another, you know what?
Easily. The one dude got another
$500,
at least 500, and the
whatever
other
it
guy
was.
had about 1,000.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
And-
like, all right, let's
yeah.
just go. And they were hammered. They could hardly even
Hammered.
talk. you know,
Hammered. They were there for a
hammered.
wedding, right? I think they were there for
their
something.
buddy had gotten married.
Right.
At one point, the guy that got married, the groom came over.
right. That's
Remember?
right, yeah.
And he brought. It was close to last call.
Right.
And the guy that
Brought him some beers.
He brought him
Coronas.
He brought him a beer,
Oh.
a shot, and a something else. What was it? A Red Bull maybe or something.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah,
It was
right.
like, dude is
Some
so
kind of
hammered.
energy drink. Like,
and
yeah, that's what he
it's
needs,
so
brother.
late. Like, right. Let's hammer
Yeah.
with a shot and a Red Bull or whatever that is. And,
Ugh. Yeah, he was
but
tore
anyway,
down.
they were
He
nice,
was tore
really,
down.
really nice.
Super
dudes.
nice. Well, that's what, yeah. Not only were they nice, they won us money. I'm not even kidding. I don't play blackjack. I'm not good at it. I would be lying to you if I said
don't
I
know
was.
all the
we don't
odds,
know the, you know. When I see 12, my instinct is to hit it. You know what I mean? And dude's like, whoa. You know, look at the dealer's got, you know, a 5 showing. She's going to bust. Don't hit it. He might have been down $1,000 for himself, but he won us about 300 or 400.
Yeah, he
he really did. You
a
know,
lot.
he was
like,
super
you gotta
cool.
stay on that. You know.
Yeah, man. Fucking well, and funny part about that is him and his buddy got into it at one point about $50.
Yeah,
Because
it
the
was
one
awkward.
dude,
Yeah.
it was awkward, son. The one dude borrowed money. He reached right into the other guy's pile of chips and said, "Man, let me borrow $100 because I'm down."
Well, no, the guy gave him the $100. He said no and slid it back, and then I guess thought about it and was like, "No, okay," and then he took it back.
Right.
And then,
The dude didn't like him that he reached into his pile. He liked it when he gave it to him, but he didn't like the dude reaching into his
which
pile.
I get.
Yeah, I get it too.
I get it.
too.
Like, you know what I mean? If you decide and change your mind, still be like, okay, I changed my mind. Give it
Right
to
now,
you. Don't-
give it back to
don't
me. Yeah,
reach
don't
in.
reach in and grab my shit.
Right.
Well, and then the dude who took his money went up a couple of hands. So the guy who gave him the money was like reaching into his pile to take his $100 back. And the guy was like, I only took 50. You didn't give me 100. I only took 50. And boy, from there, that was it. We were like, all right, time for us to go.
It got awkward.
It got awkward,
Yeah.
man. It got a little silly, you know, but I meant
And, you know, we were there. We witnessed. He took $100.
he
It
did
was-
take
it was
$100. Yeah,
$100.
for the record, if you're watching, bro, you took $100, man. You took $100 of dude's money.
It's definitely $100.
And he was already down $1,000. So that's what he kept saying over and over and over again. But we did well there. We left Philadelphia. Well, then, of course, we woke up the next day.
Yeah. and
Saw
had
our buddy Dawn.
breakfast
We had breakfast and went to
yeah,
Panera. And everybody out there, if you follow us on social media, knows I have the big yellow Metal-O-Mania mobile. It's
Right.
completely covered front to back with stickers. I got all kinds of metal stickers on it. I got her face on it. I got my face on it.
Which is
So
a funny story.
our friend Dawn shows up to meet us at Panera and takes a picture of my truck sitting in front of the Panera and post it on social media. And I meant to write down the person's name who said the joke, but I forgot to. But someone wrote, that dude thinks he's at Pantera Bread. Great joke, man. That's a great joke. That's a great joke. I gotta get it.
It's so funny.
If you're not a social media, and I know a lot of you are not social media people. I get a lot of people telling me, man, I like the show, but I wouldn't get on that Facebook shit for cash money, and I get it. But if you are on there, you can see that picture, and if you're not, you're missing out. See, there you go. But pretty funny. Pretty funny. Had a good time.
It was fun. Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Pennsylvania was good.
Pennsylvania was good.
Absolutely.
We got on the road to Atlantic City, and then I guess we'll revisit that a little bit later in the show. What do you think? How you want it?
All right.
Because we
introduce some
we got
songs?
lots of interviews, and I don't want to overlook that. As a matter of fact, coming up during this next break of songs, we're going to be talking to our buddy Chalky, who I cannot wait to talk to. He is behind the Militaria project. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to play for you. We'll open up with some Deceaded. We're going to play the song The Edge off of The Soul Destroyer. This is a debut, by the way, our first debut of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if you're playing the drinking game, it is time to take a drink. This debut thrashy crossover outing hit the shelves on my birthday. It came out on July 30th, and I love it. It's out of Poland. It is on fire. You need to pick it up. Deceaded. We're going to play The Edge, and then we're going to play our buddy Solitary, who we've had them on the show a couple of times at this point. I really think the truth behind the Laaz, this release is one of the best thrash albums of the last year and a half. I'm not kidding. I think it's riff killer. It's just a solid release. I hope that you have picked it up if you haven't already. We're going to play easily our third or fourth song off of it. We talked to them about it on the show. Go down into our archives if you missed it. But we're going to play Spawn of Hate from that. And you're going to check that out and dig it. And then we're going to bring in Chalky and talk to Chalky. And I'm really looking forward to it. He's behind this Militaria project. It's kind of a one-man band type of a dig. You know, he does some drums, he does the bass, he does guitar. He does bring in people to help with some of the vocal stuff here and there. But, man, I love all of it. We played Huey from it a few weeks ago, and we're going to bring him on tonight and talk about it. We're going to play Devastation Obsession from Remains with Pain, which is a debut from him. So there you go. Another drink. And then there's more music, but I'll tell you about that on the back end side of this. So bend over and take it all.
Whoa.
There you go. Here you go. Check it out. Don't go nowhere. Lots of good show. And we're talking to Cognitive later. So stick around.
That's right, Cindy. It's 23 minutes past the hour, and now here's the Buckinghams with Kind of a Drag.
Remember love is sweet, so make it sweet.
Is there finally and really anything to life other than food, shit, and sex?
Karena Maka Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you and I'm down for you always, baby. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you and I'm down for you.
This is Gaz from Solitary. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with Crips and Scully. Keep rocking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. Oh my God. Call me Dallas, call me Dallas is in trouble. I'm gonna go and try to see if I can see something a little closer.
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs, I'm telling you right now, there's something in the water in Australia because Every week I'm telling you how badass metal's coming out of there, and I'm joined by my new pal from Australia. What's up there, brother? How are you today, sir?
How you going, man?
You're making my day. Making my day, brother. Making my day, man. Well, I'll tell you what, to start, let's introduce yourself if you don't mind, brother.
I'm Chalky, and I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and my project is Militaria, and I've just released an album called Remains of Pain about last month, and it was a 10-year long process, but yeah, finally happened.
Man, I'll tell you what, thank God it did. It's been our soundtrack around here, brother, man. We've been living on you right now, brother. You're making me, helping me get through my days.
Excellent. No, that's cool. Thank you.
Well, you know, they say it takes a lifetime to make a debut album, and that sounds to be the case, right?
Yeah, it was, I guess it's kind of what you want to do when you're trying to prove yourself, you know, and you just want to working hard towards, you know, putting out, you know, your debut and trying to, you know, make sure it's a stamp, you know, and yeah, so.
And it
I mean, there were a lot of hurdles. There was a lot of hurdles along the way trying to get it done, and, you know, I was in other bands as well, and, you know, had other things going in life. But when I finally moved to Brisbane, I used to live in the Gold Coast, which is like an hour south. And when I finally moved to Brisbane, you know, it was closer to the scene, you know, around where I am and all the bands and everything. So I finally just said, hey, look, you know, all the vocals that I want on the album, you know, from all the guest vocals from all the bands in the scene and the solos, I'm just like, all right, let's just make this happen. You know, I've got like, you know, 2 more albums worth of material sitting there, and I've got to like just pump out this first album and make it happen. So
right, man, like get it out into the world, goddamn it.
That's it.
That's well. Who are some of the background players that helped you bring this thing to light?
Yes, so it's a bunch of like local Brisbane thrash bands like Wartooth. They've just put an album out last year, and it's been getting around quite a bit.
Yeah, we love Wartooth.
Hell yeah, man! Yeah, so Andy from Wartooth did some vocals, and actually I just finished yesterday filming like parts for a music video for that song that he's on. It's called Devastation Obsession, and yeah, I just finished filming like all the drumming and the guitaring and bass parts, and next week we're going to try and get him to do his vocal bits, and yeah, so
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've got there's quite a few other bands. There's Idle Ruin, Bone Marrow. There's just a whole bunch of local Brisbane bands. Asylum, Odious, my band. I've got a bunch of my boys on there too. And yeah, just plenty of Brisbane bands, and there's a couple of other bands from around Australia, and I think the next album I'm trying to like branch out to the rest of Australia, and a lot of bands that I'm good mates with, like Hidden Intent and Mason, and then eventually by the third album, hopefully I'll get out to the world. So
oh man, well, if Remains with Pain is step one, brother, then it's happening, man, because holy shit. I definitely want to dive into a little bit of your love of, well, the band, your project is called Militaria, and it's very themed, if you don't mind my noticing, brother. You got some, well, my first introduction to it was the song Huey, in fact, which we played on the show a few weeks back. Fantastic, badassery, cool imagery, by the way.
Thank you.
What was it about the military? You know, obviously, you know, it's rife for material, and you've mined it very well. So what was it that drew you to that?
Well, what inspired me to start this band was I was about 18, 10, 12 years ago now, and I stumbled across Sodom's Agent Orange album, and that album just like blew the doors open me, because before that I was really into like Metallica and Slayer and all that, but then when I heard that album, it just for some reason just like it spoke volumes to me, you know, especially hearing Agent Orange, the track, and just the subject matter behind it was just like, you know, the fact that the Vietnam War still to this day threatens, you know, and it still takes over people's lives, and, you know, all the birth defects and everything. And so I read into it. I watched a bunch of movies around the Vietnam War and listened to M16, of course, and, you know, Bolt Thrower and all those. And I don't know, there's something about war that's like, it's probably one of the worst things to happen in humanity. And it's always been there, and it's still going to be there. And I guess, you know, it's sort of like a anti-war album, just saying, look, war sucks, you know, and this is just how brutal it gets, you know, and it's just, you know, basically pointing out how brutal war can get. So
right,
yeah.
Why do we do the things to each other we do, brother? It's crazy.
That's it. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, me.
But yeah, it's just sort of been a bit of an interest of mine over the years, and I just kind of wanted to get a concept album out of the way, and you know, the next one will just tap into a lot of you know, themes around war and just in general, and like probably cover a lot of like older wars like World War II and all that sort of thing. So there's a lot of crazy things that happen around that time, and so it's just a bit of a history lesson, I guess, too. And there's plenty of bands out there that are doing it, and I just want a bit of I just want my little piece in there. And I think I said too, musically I try and capture war in the music as well. Like I'm trying to I've been told that like the start of Huey, like with the double kicks, it kind of sounds like a Huey like coming down the land, and like with obviously with like all the war chatter and stuff in there. I'm just trying to make it sort of like a soundtrack to a sort of a war movie or a game or something. So yeah,
successfully done, brother.
Thank you.
Successfully, yeah. I take the trip with you, man. I listened to the album start to finish. For people out there who haven't picked it up yet, Remains with Pain. Pick this up, guys. Militaria. It's so fucking badass. It's literally 45 minutes of badassery, man. It opens up with a kick-ass instrumental. I believe that's Vietnam, right? Vietnam of the instrumental, 1966. It closes with epic fucking instrumental, Ceasefire Ataraxia, which is I play that every single day since we picked this up, by the way. So
fuck yeah, thank you. I put a lot of work into that instrumental, and I definitely took a lot of influence from mainly from To Live Is To Die by Metallica, but also by Vector, because I found Vector a few years ago, and the album Terminal Redux just was insane. Like Recharging the Void, blew my mind, because there was all that soul singing going on. I was like, you can do that in thrash. There's like all these elements that I'd never really heard of before in thrash, and I was just like, wow, I've got to do a little bit of that myself. So yeah, I got Sam from Seraphic to come in and do some like like her sort of vocal singing, and just had acoustic guitars and like going, and yeah, so I just try to make this like monstrous like closer. So
it is silly. It's funny you should mention Vector. I said there's elements of that in there too, but to Bongwood here in the studio. We're huge Vector guys, right? Terminal Redux to me is insane.
Fucking so good. I think it was like the album of the decade for me. It was just unbelievable. And I still listen to that album, and it's just like it blows my mind every time I listen to it. Like I just can't get enough of it.
Me too, man. I gotta hang out with you, brother. We got similar tastes here. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Terminal Redux album of the decade. I'm with you on that, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Where is the best place? Everybody out there right now is like, all right, they got me tuned up. I need to hear this fucking Militaria. I need Remains with Pain in my life. What's the best place for you? What's the best place for you personally if you want to go to?
It's on Bandcamp. I've got CDs for sale as well. And it's also on Spotify too, and YouTube. It's pretty much everywhere. I've got it on like Apple Music, iTunes, and Amazon Music and all that. So yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. You just got to look it up. Militaria, Remains with Pain.
Yeah, I did the Bandcamp thing because I looked in. Having physical copies sent from Australia is a little exorbitant, a little pricey at the moment. So we'll revisit that. Now that this has hit the world, what happens now? I know that in your part of the world, my biggest question whenever I talk to somebody that kind of does these, for lack of a better, I know it's not a one-man project. I almost feel weird saying that because it obviously takes more than that to make something happen. But let's call it a one-man project for conversation purposes.
Yep.
How do you translate that to a stage? Are you able to do that? Is it a project? Is it a studio-only project, and that's its intent from the start? Or do you hope to bring some of these songs to a stage? Would Odious maybe play a few? Or what is your?
That's interesting. For the like the night before I put it out on June 12th, I played I did like an album launch show. And I actually played along to the whole album on guitar, and I even had some of the guest musicians come up and do their vocal parts. And I was pretty excited after just doing that one little show, because it was actually quite cool. There was a lot of people that turned up, and it went really well, because I figured, if I was going to do an album launch, instead of just having the CD play and everyone's sort of sitting there not really listening to too well, I just wanted to have something for people to watch and actually tune into and focus. So I got up there and just belted the guitar. And it's funny too because it was the first time I played guitar on stage as well. So because I'm a drummer, so it was a lot of fun to actually get up there and run around for once and not be seated the whole time. But yeah, after that I was like, it'd be pretty cool to like just sort of do a few shows around Australia with this. And I mean, I tried to hit up a bunch of friends from around the country and get things happening, but with COVID going on, and it's just really hard to sort of like lock down dates, and they keep getting moved back and everything. So I'm just gonna sort of just let it sit for a while and see what happens. But I'm hoping that eventually I will do that. But at the same time, I've also have been considering maybe making it an actual full band. And I'll just play rhythm guitar, and everyone else sort of I just got to find a really good vocalist that can kind of do everything, from the growls to the thrashy voices, and then someone who can really shred, because I definitely can't solo. So I'm gonna need someone who can fucking do it all. Yeah, pretty much. Someone who can play very fucking fast, because I want to make sure my next album's even faster and crazier. So
I like fast and crazy, brother. I'm very drawn to both.
But there's definitely there's no limit on making it a live thing. I'd definitely love to, and it's just a matter of time. But for now, it's definitely just a studio thing. But eventually, I'll never say never on making it a live touring band. So
yeah, man, getting on the stage. We were going through some of your social media stuff in the studio the other day, and Scully walked by and was like, "Hey, he's playing drums. Hey, he's playing guitar. Oh, that dude does everything, doesn't he?" I was like, hey, he does it all. I'm telling all you metalheads out there, pick it up, get Remains with Pain, go to Bandcamp, go to Amazon, hit up Chalky on Facebook and say, hey man, I just saw you on Metal-O-Mania and I'd like a copy of that damn thing.
I'll be happy to give it to you.
Yeah. Well, Chalky, you kick ass, man. I appreciate your time more than you know, and I appreciate the fuck out of you coming and hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man. Hey, this is Chalky from Militaria, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt and Scully.
make you horny.
It tastes like honey.
That's what it is. It's aphrodisiac.
I'm flushed. I'm horny for the history.
Yes.
It's so interesting.
Yes, horny for the history.
Okay, this is what we got. With this, you can ride the baloney pony. You can have her. No, I don't want her. You're stuck with her.
I don't care, Tony. It's such a stupid job anyway.
You'll show them. But first, let's start with a complete breakfast with my vitamin-packed Frosted Flakes. They bring out the tiger in you.
You better be good.
Frosted Flakes good? They're great!
Go show 'em you're a tiger. Show what you can do. The taste of Tony's Frosted Flakes.
Man, can she suck.
Brings out the tiger in you.
And you.
What's up? This is Billy from Crisix, and you are listening to Metal-O-Mania. Fuck yeah.
Mosh!
There's some mayhem going on. They like mayhem. They like mosh pits, right? You love that stuff.
Yeah.
That was my childhood. If there was some mayhem, I wanted to find it.
I'm good from behind. Oh.
Not gonna go there. Come here.
and were able to sample some red romaine lettuce. The lettuce is special because it was grown in space on the ISS. The concept of a space garden is necessary for future deep space missions, such as the one planned to visit Mars in more than 15 years. Love it. Agriculture that's out of this world.
Gotta say, it seems like a better idea than eating food grown on Uranus. Let's take a look at the game of the night.
Killing more of our teens than drugs and alcohol combined is now... Sorry about that. Is now taking the first place position on why our teens are experiencing...
Fuck me right in the pussy.
Sorry.
I could cry. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hi, Claudia. All right, let's go to your...
Live births are up right now on average by about 3 per day. How long until someone on television points out that during the shutdown, the folks in Washington are apparently doing at home what Washington has been accused of doing to the American people? We're guessing someone will say that on television before long.
He said he'd had an emergency defecation situation and needed to use her bathroom, but the judge in the case found he had a sexual motive.
An emergency defecation situation.
Anyway, carry on, Hillary.
Yeah, just as you I'm having one myself. Because this next story is so tragic, I cannot be laughing. Right. Investigators believe a bomb caused the explosion on a plane which has just taken off from the Somali capital of Mogadishu. The blast blew a hole in the side of the plane, and one of the 74 passengers on board was sucked out, which is terrible. And I'm not laughing at that. As the plane was at relatively low altitude, there was no violent decompression, and it held together. No one is responsibility. Today could be the day I lose my job. Still, I'd get to Lion.
I'm broken up, aren't I?
I think so. Want to do something violent?
hell was that?
How the hell should I know? She was hot. I don't know. The bitch seemed normal.
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, but normal bitches don't bleed black fucking blood.
Well, she was hot and normal until she attacked me with a fucking razor blade.
Super big thanks to Chalky to come by and hang out with us at Metal-O-Mania. Means a lot to me, brother. It really does, man.
Oh, yeah.
Talking to you cats about the music you make is truly the fucking highlight. I mean, hanging out with Scully's alright too. Doing this is pretty cool too. But really, talking to you guys,
anyway.
awesome stuff. Yeah, I get to hang out with you all the time. They're all jealous. They're all jealous. I get to hang out with you, Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
If they only knew. No, anyway, but behind talking to Militaria, we played that Crisix song, man. Crisix. I know. I said Crisix forever. We interviewed them. We had them come on the show, man. I fucking love. I truly think they're an underappreciated band too, man. If you were to make a big four of thrash today's thrash bands, I'd love to hear yours. What are they? But if you made today's big four, we all know what the old one was and all that. But if you made one today, Crisix has to be on that list for me. They have to be. I love every release from them. I think they're rock solid thrash. That fucking Great Metal Motherfucker song is the anthem to my life. And this EP, this is brand new. And they're busy too. They put out album after album after EP after song after single. I mean, they keep it coming. And the Pizza EP, that is off of the Pizza EP. We played World Needs Mosh. And fucking doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, man. And they're giving it to you. So please do show them the love, man. Badassery. And again, that's another interview that you can get into our archives to find if you have not seen it. Was when we got to talk to Crisix, and we played behind that that Lutharo song. The Lutharo song is that was Lost in a Soul off of the Hyrith. After a few EPs, that is a debut full length from them. They're a Canadian thrash metal outfit. The full length doesn't come out until October, but pre-order it. Get your merch. You can get a t-shirt now. So there you go. That brings us to current. We're 8 songs deep into your assholes tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we got some more big show for you to go. We're still going to talk to Cognitives too, man. Fuck yes. Where else can you go for all this badassery? Right
Not
here.
in one place.
Right here. We are your one-stop shop for metal badassery. So, all right. So we're recapping our trip a little bit for everybody, and we hope you give a fuck. If you don't, then, cover your ears. I don't know. But, but we did leave Philly, which you're not wrong. It was, in retrospect, the highlight of our trip, honestly. And we almost didn't do that part. We almost skipped that part entirely. So I'm super glad that we did it. I was able to get some fun in. You were able to get some fun, and we had a good time. And it's not that we didn't enjoy the Atlantic City trip. It's just that, let's say, as we entered into Atlantic City, the worm turned to touch, if you will, right? The Wheel of Fortune game, as we alluded to earlier, that was so easy to understand and handing us money in Philly was super complicated and taking all of our money in Atlantic City. Right. That's pretty symbolic of our, don't you think? The Wheel of Fortune became very symbolic of our transition of our trip of one place to another. I had to scream and yell at somebody, which I don't enjoy doing. I really don't. It's not my idea of fun. My idea of fun is not being that dude that's screaming at a fucking goddamn employee at a joint. I get it. You're busy, whatever. I'm usually the guy that's going to tip you even with bad service, man, because I get it that you're busy and it's a tough gig. I have worked in customer service, so I'm sensitive to that shit. I really am. But fuck me, man. They fucking ignored me after. You can't let 13 customers go in front of me and just sit there and ignore me like I don't exist, motherfucker. I'm standing here with a cane. I'm not invisible. And I believe that's what I erupted with was, am I motherfucking invisible in this bitch? Like, what in the fuck is happening right now? Which launched into, insane ridiculousness.
Right.
So, and it sucks, of course, too, because it was also where I wanted my favorite coffee.
Employee as well. So,
he was ignorant. He was ignorant in response. Matter of fact, I believe at one point he said, "Man, you the only one yelling." And I was like, because I'm the only one getting fucked. Like, why would anybody? Why would the dude you're letting skip me in line yell? What would he be yelling about exactly? I mean, seriously, what the? You're so fucking stupid, man. So, yeah. So there was that, and that kind of set the tone. Unfortunately, it really did. The service in that place was different. We had to sign up for rewards in Pennsylvania, so that when you're gambling and shit all night, you can get comped a certain amount of shit. If you spend a bunch of money, time, and all that gambling, when you check out the next morning and you give them proof of whatever, they'll comp you out some shit sometimes. They'll give you a couple bucks off your room or whatever. You know what I mean? So in Philly, when we signed up to do that, the lady could not have been nicer. Am I wrong? She was so informative, and we even said we don't know what we're doing, and she was like, well, stick to these games, and this, the slots are where you're best off because you'll win more, and, easier to understand. It kind of is just luck. You don't have to have skill. And the same exact scenario in Atlantic City, that lady was a fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. She was a cunt. Forgive I know some people hate that word, but it is so accurate. It is so on point. Am I wrong, or am I completely on point with that?
Yes,
she was... Well, and now you get there. There's the 4 diamond line, there's the 3-star line, and then there's the you peasant fucker piece of shit line. And of course, that's where we are because we're peasant fucker pieces of shit. So we're moving up in line, and people are coming to the 4, walking straight to the front, and they are getting to jump the line, obviously. So. I didn't yell about
that guy pays a lot of money.
Right. I didn't yell about it being invisible there. I get it. I'm not ranking on the hierarchy here. I get it. But boy, when we got up to talk to that lady, I'm a banter dude. I'm trying to laugh and joke with you. I'm trying to take,
Right.
we don't, I try to even basically employ the same routine that works so well in Philly. Like, hey, we're dummies. We don't know what we're doing. And she was like, psst, I couldn't give a fuck if you keep breathing right now, dude, let alone how good you are at fucking gambling. Am I wrong? I mean, fuck you. She was as icy as a fucking ice princess in some kind of Disney movie. No bullshit, man. It was crazy. So we were like, okay. And the tone was just different. And again, not all bad.
I was going to say, you're making it definitely out like it was a bad trip.
No, and I don't mean for it to be. I'm glad we went. I had a good, overall, it was a blast. We had a good time. Now, and of course, as luck would have it, Scully's entire reason for going for this trip has nothing to do with gambling. It has nothing to do with, she could give a fuck, honestly, if the room, now she wants a nice room, but that's not the point of her going somewhere. Scully needs beaches.
I needed beach time.
She needs vitamin D.
I needed the sun, to bake my body a little
complete.
While.
Yeah. You needed the medicine from the sky.
The coldest fucking week of the goddamn year.
How do we go to an East Coast beach on the first day of fucking August? And I was freezing. We
went to the beach, and
I sat on the beach like this.
Instead of laying on our blankets, our towels, we wrapped the towels around us and huddled together. Like, oh, this
For
is
real.
nice, isn't this nice?
Hey, but you know what? We got nothing if we got no quit in us, man. So we stuck it out. We were on that beach for 3 hours. Goddamn.
Oh, I fell asleep.
Yeah, she did fell asleep.
I did.
I was fucking with my phone and doing everything and posting pictures, and I got a whole bunch of sweet pictures of Scully's butt while she was sleeping. So look for that on my OnlyFans page. But but it was fun. I mean, it was a good time. It was a good trip. We had a blast. We did some game, and now we did do some comeback too. We found our games. What was that game called even? I don't even remember. Big Sixes or something like that? It was a lame game, sure, but it was our game. Big Sixes, I think? Something like that. Big Sixes, where you bet on the 1, the 3, the 5.
But what was cool about it is they put it into like a video table game.
Yeah.
Now, I guess because of COVID, people want their separation and shit.
Right.
So they have these
So
table
you don't have to
games
sit
now
with
where
people.
it's electronic, but it's video of actual games happening.
Right. There's a big wheel spinning, but it's showing up down on your screen also.
Right. And the same with like the dice games and whatever
You could
else
do
they
roulette.
have.
You could, if you're skilled, I imagine you could do 6-7 games at a time on there, right?
Right. You could pick as many of them as you wanted. But yeah, we picked the Sixes game and blackjack because we felt like we had learned a little bit from the drunk dudes the night before.
We did. Thank you, drunk dudes. And then we did YouTube some videos too.
It worked somewhat, so we did pretty good.
We did good. We were winning. I think we won $300 or $400.
We're like, this is the best. We can come to Atlantic City. We can gamble. We can do whatever, and we don't have to fucking like talk to people and stand around with people.
We found the trip found its groove right there. Don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, Stella got her groove back at that fucking. And when that became our spot too. We went down later, I think the same day. We went down the same day to go and do our thing at our spot at that, and there was somebody there, and we were like, this motherfucker better go.
Right. What is he doing?
So we sat and just gave him the evil eye until they got uncomfortable and left. And they did. It worked. It totally worked. They weren't even playing though. He was sitting there like hitting on the fat girl. Which, hey man, more power to you, dude. Get your pussy. I don't give a fuck. I'm not knocking you for that. But get out of my seat, fucker. I'm trying to sit there and gamble. And we're not even gamblers. Like, what's funny is we have this trip, and then I believe we're trying to go to Vegas in December, which is too mecca casino gambling vacation spots.
It's so
destinations.
funny that that's
and-
what we planned for the year. But
I know we're not even those people.
neither one of
How did
them
that
were
happen?
based on the gambling at
No,
all.
you're
Like,
right.
we want to go to
No.
Vegas for Christmas because we think that they're going to do
the City of
Christmas
Lights during Christmas is going to be amazing.
I think so.
Yeah, I totally
and
agree.
if it's not, I might blow the city up or something.
Yeah, right.
Like, if
It's
I
gonna
go
be-
all the way to
no, it's going to be
Vegas,
amazing.
it's
You
not
and I did
amazing.
Halloween. We did Salem, Massachusetts during Halloween.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
It was.
highly recommend it. By the
It
way,
was good.
It was a lot of fun. So Christmas, this felt like one of those. You know what I mean? One of those. We did go to Vermont for syrup once. We did that whole thing. Did pancakes and syrup. We still got to go to Maine and do lobster, but it feels like Vegas. You got to do Vegas during Christmas. You got to do the City of Lights at the most light-riddled time of year, right?
I thought the City of Lights during Christmas time was.
I'm very much looking forward to it. And again, a reason to do social media and follow us because we'll share our pictures of my butthole on social media.
Because it's legal there?
Yeah, you can share pictures of your butthole. Yeah, that's right. Probably true. How's that work?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. We'll definitely send you some
Whatever,
pictures of some
we're gonna
prostitutes.
partake in all that legal shit.
Yeah, you're going to want to be friends with us before we go on that trip. I'm just saying. So there you go. All right, well, there you go. We did do a few more things. I guess we'll recap that a little bit on the back end here, but let's get into some more show and some more metal and some more jams
play
and
some
some more.
music.
And we got more friends coming by and more cool
Remind
things.
them why we
and-
do this thing.
Yeah, right. It's not all about us talking about my ding dong on vacation. Although, that is a bonus.
Feels like my life.
Welcome to Scully's Journey. Okay, so what do we got for everybody? We're going to play some jams for you. We're going to open this up, in fact, with our sandwich, our metal sandwich this week.
Okay.
Our sandwich will open up with Tombstoner. And speaking of Thralls of Metal, who Scully is representing on her shirt, they recently did a review of this album. Victims of Vile Torture is this release from this death metal outfit out of New York. And after an EP, this is their debut full length. They have an EP out as well. We told you to get that, which was Descend into Madness. But this is a brand new Victims of Vile Torture. It is a full length debut. Thralls of Metal does a killer review of it. And we're going to play a killer song off of it right now called Nothing's Sacred. Behind that will be our old school jam of the week, which is LaazRockit. We were going to play LaazRockit 2 weeks ago, and then the unfortunate news of Mike Howe and just about 35 other people that I love passing away happened.
I know, right? Jesus.
What the fuck? So we did kick the LaazRockit song back so that we could play some Metal Church in honor of Mike Howe. But we're going to play In the Name of the Father and the Gun off of Nothing's Sacred. Speaking of Nothing's Sacred, there you go. The song Nothing's Sacred followed by the album Nothing's Sacred. Synchronicity at work. But this is an Oakland, California badass powery thrashy band. They are now defunct. The song is from 1991, 30 years ago.
Whoa.
Right on, man. Behind that, we'll do some Deformatory. Deformatory Summoning the Cosmic Devourer is this song. Inversion of the Unseen Horizon. Tech death metal from Canada that feels so good, you got to butcher something to it. Officially comes out on September 3rd. Pre-order it now. And behind that, we're going to have in our buddy Rob from Cognitive to talk about. I've almost played 35 songs off of this Cognitive, and there's not even 35 songs on it. You understand what I'm saying here? I love this fucking album. I can't get enough of it. It's truly fantastic. It's technical. It's fucking terrific. It's fantastic. It's called Malevolent Thoughts of a Hastened Extinction. We're going to play our third or fourth song of it tonight, which is The Mall, and we're going to help bring in Rob to talk about it. So let's play a few jams. Let's play our old school, our sandwich, and then let's bring in Rob and talk about it. What do you think?
Sounds good.
You ready?
Yep.
You buckled in?
Okay.
Here we go.
If we didn't have such a terrific union here, I'd put in my 2-week notice. But I'm 2 weeks.
like sports cars, but it doesn't mean I want to push a Ferrari through my vagina.
So, all right, even though I have a man in my life, occasionally a lady needs to take things into her own hands. Masturbate is what I would like to talk about. But don't, oh, thank you for being supportive. Some crowds get grossed out when I talk about masturbation, and I have to tell them, women have been masturbating for about 5 years now. It's totally cool. We can talk about it. Let's be open. If you are grossed out when I'm talking about this subject, it's because you're picturing it, you know, and that is kind of a gross thing to picture. But you're probably picturing a guy doing it, because when a guy does it, it's like a garden hose out of control, like, you know. But a woman, it's cute. It's like ringing a doorbell. It's like, ding dong, right? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. That's, oh, thank you. I asked my fiance what he thinks about when he garden hoses, you know? And he goes, I don't know, boobs. I go, whose boobs? My boobs? He goes, sometimes. I go, could it be your grandmother's? Yeah, sure. Anybody, just boobs. I go, well, what are the boobs doing? Are they flying around? Are they on a whack-a-mole machine? Are they on an assembly line? What boobs? He just goes, boobs. That's what he thinks about. If I saw a penis just hanging out, you know, I'd be like, oh my God, let's call the cops. Somebody got their penis chopped off. Like, I wouldn't know what to do.
So, that was my spot. I must have taken hundreds of guys there. What can I say? I was a Titanic whore.
Oh, dear.
boy. Don't do that.
I'm sorry,
God,
darling.
you almost made me piss on the rug.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my family loves me, and we've been playing this new game with my family. It's called Joy Whack-A-Mole. What happens? Somebody brings up something that they're happy about. The other person slams it down. Before you can ever feel too good about their lives. Talked to my sister Sarah. I met someone. I think this is the one.
That's great. So you projected a fantasy on some bisexual stranger you met on petfinder.uk? I'm just saying, you like him gay and out of town. 2 for 3, gay and out of town. What's his name? Rupert? He sounds great.
My mom's the best at it, though. Mom, Amy had her baby.
Oh, that's great news. I mean, it's not the greatest news for the 600,000 kids in foster care in this country, but if she wants a fresh one,
Everybody wants one that looks like them. It's so selfish, so selfish. Mom doing a show tonight.
Oh, sweetie, I have a joke for you. A friend of mine, coincidentally, she was actually in foster care. She is so funny. She was airlifted out of the Sudan in the late 90s because she had been bearmed and belegged by the Janjaweed, the horseback militia. She's just a hoot. She'd love to do stand-up, but she can't. You know, so she's funny as heck. She's in a hospice situation. It's really just a matter of time. The priest comes in. He says, would you like us to light a candle for you in the chapel? And she says, sassy as you please, teletyping through her eyelids. Well, how many candles you got? Because so many horrible things have happened to her and keep happening. Sweetie, have a good show. What you do is so important.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Where to?
I'm the angel of death. Take me to hell.
Got any luggage?
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs, I'm super thrilled right now to be joined by my main man, Rob, out of truly one of my most favorite things to come out this year, even so far. No bullshit, man. I love this fucking release, but we're going to get into it. But thank you for joining me, sir. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. A little late, but I'm okay.
Hey, man, right on. Yeah. Better late than never, I guess, right?
I'm just getting too old to be up this late.
Hey, dude, I'm staring down the barrel at 50. I don't want to hear that shit. So
you look 27.
I'll see. You and me are going to be friends forever, man. I love you. Hey, keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah,
No, but no, seriously, thank you for joining me, man. I am so excited about this release. So excited about this band. I'm truly, man, we have not stopped listening to this on repeat since it came out on the 16th, brother.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Means a lot.
Well, and for those just joining us or who are late to the party, introduce yourself, sir, if you don't mind.
I'm Rob from Cognitive, guitar player, rhythm, New Jersey.
Fuck yeah. A band celebrating its 10 years in existence this year, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
It's funny because I didn't even realize it until people started posting it. I was like, oh my God, it feels like it was 5 years ago. What the hell am I doing?
Right on, dude. Hey, this roller coaster of life with no brakes, man. It goes flying through, right?
It's wild.
Well, and for the fucking crazy times we have, we need a crazy soundtrack that's commiserate to it. And dare I say, Malevolent Thoughts of a Hastened Extinction are, I mean, it's on point, man. It's fucking, it's become the soundtrack to my life, sir.
I appreciate anyone that's listening to it, man. It was a wild ride writing it and all, especially during everything that's been going on lately.
Right. Oh man, no kidding, right? Well, I believe the question, you guys put out something generally every 2 years, and this one took a little bit extra time, but I think I can fill in the blanks on perhaps a few whys, probably, right?
Nah. Yeah. No, dude, it was like you said, it was like, I mean, we were on the road a lot prior to the pandemic and all, and then the pandemic hit, and then we got time to write, so why rush anything and put anything like half-assed out?
Oh, well. You marinated on it just right, if I might tell you, my friend. Fucking simmered it up just nice, sir.
Yeah, it was wild because like you said, it was always like pretty much trying to be 2 years, and this time it was like we got the time, let's use it. Especially, what was the point? Like, I feel bad for all the bands that like put stuff out and like didn't get to play a show at all. You know what I mean? Like, some bands were just like, let's wait, and some were like, let's get it out now, it's going to be over soon, and then it wasn't.
Let's talk a little bit about its creation. When Matricide came out in 2018, obviously you had no clue what the future was about to hold, but when was it exactly? Where did it fall in the timeline of fucked that you guys decided, hey man, let's get this process going here?
So I think we started writing maybe like 4 months after Matricide was like done. We just like, I had started coming up with riffs, but like nothing like really solid happened, and we were on the road a lot after that. But I was like, oh man, I better start doing some homework and start writing some stuff. And Harry, our other guitar player, started doing it. And I'd say by right before the pandemic hit, I think we had between like 3 and 5 songs ish done. And 3 of them songs got scrapped anyway. They didn't even make it on the record.
No shit.
And I think we had 3 band practices before the pandemic hit. And after that, everything was sending files back and forth. And we didn't see each other from like that February until December when we went into the studio to record.
Holy shit, man. What a new world, dude. It's created such a new way of doing things in a new world. Hey.
And a lot of us weren't prepared. Like, we had no idea how to like use Guitar Pro to write tabs and all. It was always like me and my guitar player would just teach each other stuff in person. And this time it was all right, man, like, here's the tabs. I think it's right. It was wild. I mean, it worked out great, and I'm glad because it taught me something new to use and all, and it was useful.
Fuck
so
yeah.
I was appreciative of that, but it was definitely a new dynamic.
Hey, necessity is the mother of invention, as they say, right? You know.
So it was definitely interesting to adapt, but I'm glad we were able to do it.
Well, I would say adapt is an understatement, even, man, because again, my first what was the first what was it? I think ENIAC was the first one released, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And dude, that was the first one we came across on the new release when I found out, you know, we were fans of Matricide, obviously, but it came out of nowhere where somebody was playing this in our review session, like, check out the new Cognitive, and holy shit, brother. And then again, I was turned on to ENIAC first, and I said, holy shit, I can't wait to I started literally putting down X marks on the calendar until July 16th for this release.
I'm flattered.
It's every bit of what I was hoping for, sir.
You have the whole record? You got to hear the whole record?
Now, I do now. I waited till the 16th and I bought that fucker. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hey, we got t-shirts. See, honestly, I didn't want to suck your dick too much for the interview, but I got me and Scully brand new Cognitive t-shirts and all that. You know,
thank you, man. That means a lot, man. Thank you. I tell people all the time, like, especially because, like, first week sales, yada, yada, you know the song. So, I mean, that means a lot, man. Thank you.
Dude, it is such a numbers game anymore. We kind of come out here and preach it all the time. It's such a,
Between that and Spotify.
Right. I need a follow-up to this album, my friend. I need,
I am excited to see whatever we're going to try next. I mean, that's kind of like, as far as writing the next album, like, I have like 4 riffs right now, and my guitar player has a couple things, but it's like, so like, we're more on like, let's really take our time with the next one if we can as well. But we're also like, all right, let's start planning for touring for like late fall and next year. Like, we want to do some work.
Well, and it's such odd, again, timing in part of the world, like with kind of the ebb that still sits between us and November-ish, October-ish, hopefully with some a little luck. But there's still that, I mean, that's several months that to marinate and sit on. I mean, I got to feel like a creator creates. So.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like when you're done writing, you know, the well is dry, so to say, too. So like,
I just gave birth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good. So like right now, it's been like a little bit of like I was saying earlier, it's just like trying to make sure we try to share every interview we've done. We try to share every review that we get because people took the time out to fucking write them and type them up. And it's hard because you don't want to overdo the algorithm, and, you know, we have merch to push. So like right now it's been like handling all that stuff and getting like merch ready for tours and stuff like that. A lot of that, but
oh, can't wait, bro.
You know, I'm sure in the next couple months it'll be like, all right, well, we still got some time. Like, here's some ideas that we started messing with.
I need to feed the worms to happen to me in front of a stage where I'm bleeding, brother. And I need to, you know, I need that.
I'm sure that'll be in the set list when we start hitting the road. I mean, the one tour we have, I think it's going to be a different set list for us. But then like some of the other stuff we're talking about, I think it's going to be more of what people are like really expecting.
Oh, can't wait, brother. I cannot wait, man. I'm telling you.
I can't wait either, man. Like, dude, we haven't played these songs together yet.
It's such a weird thing, isn't it, man?
I think we played 4 of the songs together.
That's wild, brother. What a goofy fucking thing, man.
It's
well, you know, you talked about moving some merch. Let's move some merch now, brother. What is the best way? You know, I picked up my Cognitive shirts. I picked up my copy of the CD. What's the best way, man? What benefits you best for us to send some traffic there?
Indie merch right now, you know, indiemerch.com's we just dropped new designs today, including a windbreaker and all, the ENIAC shirt and a different version of the windbreaker on a t-shirt. So the indie merch store's got all of the new stuff, and then any of like the older stuff that we've got or leftover tour stock that we had we had like 3 or 4 canceled tours that we had to can.
Wow.
And that's all sitting over at massacremerch.com.
Wow. Okay. So I have to go over there and help you get rid of some of that too. Then I'll be on that.
Any of that stuff. And then, you know, Bandcamp, Spotify, you know, any of that stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Just to share and alike, you know what I mean? I tell people all the time, if anything, following us on Spotify and listening to us there can even make a difference.
Fuck yeah, it really does, man. Everything that raises awareness, it's a part of it's a necessary part of it. It just is. So,
dude, if I had my way, I'd be out at a show. If I could, you know, if things were normal, I would be at a show handing out flyers and stuff still.
Right, but they're far from fucking normal. That's for damn sure.
It's wild.
Hey, but again, it all goes back to we need commiserate music to the times in which we live, man, and that's what you've put into the world, sir.
No, it's humbling to hear people talk like that. It's wild, man. We didn't expect the amount of support that we got for this record. Like, we thought we made something really cool, and I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking by any means. I would never say that, but I was really proud of what we wrote.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that brings us to what I've been preaching for a while now, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it, which is, it is my genuine belief that our metal thing has regained its footing. It has regained its rightful place ruling the world. What do you think of that, sir?
I think metal's definitely bigger than it's ever been. I think it's been more acceptable, and like people are like, oh yeah, you listen to metal and stuff like that. Like, I definitely think that. I think there was kind of a reset button for a lot, because like before the pandemic, a lot of people, I'll go to the show. They didn't go. I think after this giant break of it, everyone's like, I'm going to the shows. I'm going to the shows. I'm going to the shows. And I hope it keeps up. I don't expect it to go forever, but I think like for a while, at least people are going to be like, man, I miss this.
Oh, I hope so. Cause I definitely do miss it. And you know, I'm looking forward to big arena shows. Don't get me wrong. But what I crave is a local shitty dive with a
no, this guy spilled his beer on me, and like,
yes.
And it's funny because you look back, and I remember looking back and being like, oh man, that sucks. Like, I can't believe you just spilled beer on me. And now I'm like, I wish somebody would spill their beer on me.
Me too, brother. I need it. I need it. I need a fucking elbow to the ribs. I need
Overpaying for parking somewhere is all that whatever it's gotta be. Like, I'm down, man.
$40 t-shirts, man. Bring them on. Let's go.
I'm down. I miss it. I miss it. I miss being there on the stage. I miss being there watching my friends or my favorite bands on the stage. Like you said, like, I don't really go to like the big concerts. It's got to be something really special for me to go.
I agree. I'm a small venue guy generally.
Yeah, like biggest concert I've probably ever been to was like Tool.
Okay, yeah.
But like, I mean, next time I can see Metallica, I still haven't seen them. Like, that's somebody I want to see. But like, I've always been like Deftones was another big one. But like, aside from stuff like that, it was always just like your Cannibal Corpse, your Morbid Angel, like size shows were like the biggest shows I go to normally, because like I love death metal so much. But
yeah, me too.
There's a couple bands I still got to see that I haven't seen. I'm like, I really got to go see them.
I would say death metal is my favorite genre now, but I am an old school thrasher. I got to see Metallica with Cliff, brother. So
wow.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wow.
Sir.
Yeah, I haven't got to see them yet. I'm a huge Meshuggah fan.
Oh, good grief.
And I just seen them like 3 years ago now for the very first time, because every time they would come around, we were on tour.
Oh, fuck, figures. Yeah, the drummer's name escapes me right now. But
too. You were talking about thrash. I got to see Testament.
Oh yeah, we had Steve DiGiorgio on the show from Testament. Actually,
wow.
Yeah. That was a highlight for me, man. We got lucky. We've been lucky with some good ones with Violence and Billy Milano and some cool people that we've been able to get on here.
Yeah,
and now you, sir. So
no, I'm not up there with Steve DiGiorgio, man. He's one of the best.
Dude,
legend.
When I do our show, we like to do a close of year show. Now, granted, we're 6 months away from this year's. You have my word. This release will be on that.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, man. It's just wild because I've had a couple people say that. I'm like, dude, like, there's so many good albums that came out this year. Like, did you check out the Alluvial record?
Oh, yes, fantastic. Yeah.
That's in my top 10 already. Rivers of Nile just announced today. They're getting ready to drop a single next week. Love that band.
Oh yeah, we've talked to Carl Sanders on the show, so yeah. You said Nile, right?
I'm talking about Rivers of Nile.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, I only heard the Nile part. Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is coming out this year. Archspire is going to be putting out a record this year. It's one of my favorite bands. Illustrium.
Oh yeah,
really good.
Yeah. What was it? We're right here in DC, right? Just a little south of you. But Misery Index just did a really kick-ass covers release called Coughing Up the Nails. I think
Yeah.
Fucking silly, man. That's really cool. They chose some really cool songs to cover too, I think. So
that band rips, man. That dude.
Oh yeah.
Here's the Thievery was one of my favorite records
ever. Yes. We were lucky. We talked to Mark. We had Mark. Look, I'm just name dropping now. I'm gonna stop that bullshit. Let's talk more about you.
You can flex.
Hey man, if I did that, it just dropped to the floor like an old Bugs Bunny. It'd be an old Bugs Bunny cartoon, man. I don't want to do that. So, well, that's fucking awesome, man. All of you Metal-O-Maniacs out there, truly, you're doing yourselves such a disservice if you have not made Malevolent Thoughts of a Hasten Extinction a part of your life, a part of your fucking soundtrack to your days. Truly,
I appreciate it, man.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, dude, it means the world you coming to hang out with us here at Metal-O-Mania, man. It does. It means everything to me.
No, thanks for having us. Like I said, man, like you guys don't get paid to do this. Nobody does. You know what I mean? Like all the reviewers, you know, the interview people, like most of them people don't get a dime for doing this stuff, the podcasts and all. So it means a lot.
Well, you know what I get paid, man. I get paid fucking ENIAC. I get paid fucking from the depths. I get paid to feed the worms, baby. So
yeah, but that stuff don't pay the bills, man. So I appreciate anyone that takes their time to do this stuff because it's from the heart and it's a passion.
Fuck yeah, brother. Hey, man.
It means a lot.
The arts are what we live for, man. And this is 40 minutes of badassery that every metalhead needs in their life right here. So
Thank you. I forget how long that album is even.
Well,
it's funny because you listen to it so much before it comes out. Then it comes out. You're like, I'm going to listen to it. Then you're like, I don't want to listen to it again for a long time.
Oh, yeah. They can't get me to. I like to watch our shows, but like once they're a year old or so. You know what I mean? Then I like to check them out. Well, I tell you what, let's bust them all in the face with them all right now.
Thanks again, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Rob. I appreciate your time, sir.
Yo, this is Rob from Cognitive, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Crypt and Scully.
Into the
What do you know about life after death?
You talking existential being or anthropomorphic deity?
Outside and you saw what was happening, you saw what was going on. What were your thoughts?
Oh my gosh. It could I didn't ever think it was going to happen to us.
Do you know how this fire started?
Yes, I do. It was because of my cousin. And I don't want to mention no names.
Your cousin?
Yes.
And you said you think your cousin started this. Do you know how or why?
He's mad because he can't get with me. I'm married to my husband, and it's a long story.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. I'm gonna break your face! I'm gonna break your face!
Yeah.
you turn to a cat?
What's a cat?
What about a filing cabinet?
Why would I turn into a filing cabinet?
The Venus flytrap. I'll give you $50 right now if you turn to a Venus flytrap.
It's a fucking public, man.
Did she just put a gift card in your mouth?
can't buy love, but you can rent it for 3 minutes.
And that's the sound of my balls working on the chain gang, ladies and gentlemen. Badassery abounds, man. Thank you, Rob, dude. I fucking really appreciate you coming by to talk metal with us. I fucking am such a huge fan of what you guys are doing. Truly am, man. Badassery. Please support Cognitive. Pick up Malevolent Thoughts of a Hastened Extinction. And behind that, for those who are paying attention, we played some Carnifex. Carnifex Graveside Confessions is the self-titled song off of the new upcoming release from them. That is a little bit of deathcore from San Diego. In my opinion, Carnifex is one of the best deathcore bands that there ever was, even. But that release comes out on September 3rd as well. And then behind that was that Hooded Menace song, man. We played Hooded Menace Ornaments. And that comes out on August 27th. The Tritonus Bell is the name of that. The Thralls guys, while they were in town, shout out again to that shirt, turned me on to the Hooded Menace release, man. I will confess I'm behind in my doom metal and I'm a little behind in my black metal, and I was talking some doom stuff, and they really turned me on to this Hooded Menace. It's really up tempo for what's considered doom, in my opinion. But I just love it, man. I can't stop listening to it. So, and they from Finland, they've been around since 2007. It's like my new favorite fucking thing. Thank you, Thralls. Love you guys. Bringing me metal and more stuff. So that brings us closer. We got 3 more jams before we get out of here tonight, so don't go anywhere yet. Killer playlist, though. Am I wrong, or is that just insane?
No, I mean, you're fucking right on.
This is the soundtrack to breaking things. This is the soundtrack to your summertime. This is the soundtrack to hopefully getting back to some normalcy in your life after the wacky ass fucking year and a half that we've experienced. And who knows? It might get worse before it gets better.
I know, right?
I can't handle it, man. I need it. I need some normalcy back. I need some shows. I need some concerts. I need some nudity. Anyhow. But overall, in closing and recap, you had a good time with your time off, though, right, Skulls? You did enjoy yourself. I did. It was fantastic having the Thralls and Metal guys in town, man. I really enjoyed that. Getting our tattoos and shit was a lot of fun. You know, we did some partying. I'll leave those details for us to talk about with them. But we had a big party for our birthdays. The one night they were here, not big. Big is the wrong word, but we got a little fucked up. So. We had some good times. Did you yawn on me? I'm about to cut your tits.
I thought you were going to be
I will
quick with
cut
this
your
break.
taint. So, all right. Well, let's play some metal. But no, I want to recap. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the show. Thank you to Thralls and Metal guys. Thank you to my main man, Daniel Rothman. Speaking of which, please do follow our Spotify playlist. He puts a lot of work into it.
Oh, yeah.
When we add interviews to the show, we also add bands of the week on the Spotify playlist, which means Militaria and Cognitive will officially be on there now. So support those bands, man. Again, buy the CD and still give them their Spotify listens is the best way you can support the bands these days in our current climate. So please try to do that. And we're going to be talking to Space Chaser in the coming weeks, man. We're going to be talking to Drawn and Quartered in the coming weeks. We got great interviews coming for you, so please keep hanging out and supporting the show.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that brings us ever closer to the end of episode 223 of this badass motherfucker. Crazy. And I got 3 more jams for you, and we're going to line them all up in a row, so don't go anywhere until they're all fucking over.
Okay.
But when they are, we lock the door and turn off the lights for us, would you? All right, so we're going to do some Death Planet. Death Planet Degloved is the song from Claw for Life. This is a debut 3-song EP from Toronto's own Death Planet, man. So it just came out on the 3rd, which means you must add it to your life. I'm a fan and can't wait to get more from these cats. So Death Planet. And then we're going to play the legendary Aborted. As you know, I'm a fucking huge Aborted fan. If I have my way, we will have them on the show. I'm reaching out. We're trying to make that happen. Serpent of Depravity is the new single that they've released from ManiaCult, which comes out on September 10th. And I got to tell you, I love everything Aborted's ever done, so I can't wait for this release to hit the shelves, man. ManiaCult is the name of it. And then to close things out for you, we're going to go with some Virial. There you go, Virial. March of Prometheus is the song from Transhumanism. This is a sophomore full-length release from Italian tech death metalers. The album drops on September 24th. Here's a little taste of it, and also the way we close things down for the show tonight. So,
okay.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Please do not miss going into our archives, man. Get into the archives. We're trying to jack up a little bit of a YouTube presence, so if you don't mind helping us do that, we certainly appreciate it. So get on there and sub.
Yep.
And other than that, we'll keep bringing you metal.
Sounds good.
Death Space Chaser coming up for you. And you're not going to want to miss that. Drawn and quartered as well. So here you go. Let's play these jams, and we'll see you all next week.
Oh, yeah.
Much love.
Much metal. Good night, guys.
When you think about this, it'll just seem like some nightmare you had.
It already does.
I'm gonna go out to the bars and get some pussy!
Can I ask you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not good. We were hoping for a different answer. That's probably not the answer that we're looking for.
You can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. I'm gonna blush, sorry. To avoid confusion. To avoid confusion between whose balls are whose, you can use a marker, like a Sharpie, to mark out, to put an X or put someone's initials on them. I would just say...
To take the big fat rubber end of my vibrating toothbrush and put it in his mouth on. And he'd just kind of sit there like, oh yeah, that feels good. That hits a spot. My gums are itchy.
Yeah, now there are a lot of animals out there today celebrating the fact that it's Friday. We don't celebrate it on our own, the animals join in too. Now these little babies are so overwhelmed that they've started wearing your clothes.
That's cute.
Pussy, get out of my pants. Look how cute he is. Sorry, dude. Oh, look how much fun they're having without jeans there. You're on your own, girlfriend.
It's very cute.
There you go. There you go.
I gave a guy some because he opened my car door for me, and I thought that was polite, so I blew him.
Listen to Metal-O-Mania, all right? You're not a patriot unless you listen to Metal-O-Mania, all right?
Okay, so here we have the video that started this whole idea off in the first place.
This gentleman is clearly at a soccer game with someone who is not his woman. And they're having a good time. Here we go. Look, I'm leaning in for the kiss, and boom. Oh, I'm on camera. I think I'm on camera. Oh, my Lord, I am on camera. Let me lean in. Oh, geez. Look, you can almost see the thoughts running through his mind right now as he bites his lip and thinks, I am so fucking busted here. Good Christ. All that other Barcelona pussy is running for the hills now. Sorry, brother, but you got busted. So then, of course, while looking up that couple, it led me down a very dark path. A path I'll share with you now on Metal-O-Mania. All right, let's start this off with some light fare. And by light fare, I mean light petting. A little bit of light petting at the Atlanta Braves game. It looks like the Brewers are in town, and so is this young fella's hands all over this young lady. They are caught on camera, and he's definitely being brave. So this is our first example of people think alcohol makes them invisible.
Apparently, it's good to be a Skins fan. They sell ticket packages that include happy endings. I wonder how much it is for the BJ section. Asking for a friend. Do you got a tip for this service?
All right, this is one of my favorites here because clearly the cameraman has been tipped off that something is going on because there's no action. Look, there's a strike at home, no action in the outfield, and the camera zooms right up to the crowd. And what do we have here? It appears to be a man and a woman both feeling up another woman. You gotta like that. And she's not doing too much complaining there. And oh, that's right, there's a baseball game going on. Oh, forget the baseball game. Look at this. This woman's like got a cigarette in one hand. She's getting completely felt up by this other couple. And she seems to appreciate what's going on. I mean, they're going at it. This is a no hands barred situation clearly underway. And there's a lot of smiles. So, and the cameraman has completely forgotten that there's a baseball game going on. Look at this. This is crazy. She's doing that coy, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I wonder, is this guy on the side her boyfriend here? He's like, oh yeah, that's right. There is a baseball game happening. I forgot. There's a baseball game. Forget the game. Look at this. Good gravy. This is a bit on the crazy side at this point, isn't it? I can't help but wonder if the guy off to the right is with someone or is he just a spectator, because he's pretty close there. And yeah, this is a pretty hardcore public display of affection underway here. You can Google it for the rest. We're not going to get pornographic, but we already kind of are. Look at this. Oh, and she finally gives the reach back. There we go. And all the bases are being covered at this baseball game, it would seem. Moving on. No, really, moving on. All right, seriously this time. I think they're done anyway. Oh, and there goes the button. My goodness. And then there's this French couple down by the Riviera doing it in front of God and country and this guy. A little bit of an audience sometimes helps, I guess. And nothing like going for it, man. And there you go. This is one of those many times in life where people believe that alcohol makes you invisible. But it really doesn't. And this is clearly in the middle of the day in an outside fast food type restaurant place. I mean, maybe a tourist town looking in the background. But everyone knows what you're doing, including the guy that's filming you. This dude has caught on, has now got you on camera. Think about that for a second, folks. Everyone has a camera. And now the people these two are probably cheating on know all about it. Look, I think this dude looks over right at this point and thinks, I think we're being filmed, honey. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't care.
This dude's got a secret. Wait a minute. That's not a secret. We all know what you're doing there. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it, baby. Come on.
But there's cameras, baby. There's a whole bunch of people here. No, baby. Seriously.
All right, well, fuck this. Here it is. There it is.
Good, great. Honey, cover it with something. Look, you got a napkin or something?
Are you kidding me?
No,
what
come
are
on.
you doing?
Look, there's people that can see. Cover it. I'm done. I don't even know what to tell you.
Here it is.
Are you kidding me right now, baby? You are crazy, lady. All right, I don't even know what to tell you. This is crazy. And finally, well, here you go. This one's innocent. I'm just a trained dude collecting some tickets from everybody. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? All right, that's not what you're supposed to do on our train. And now the looks of embarrassment. You've been caught.
That was pointless.
You've got to come with me. I can't walk. They've tied my shoelaces together. A knot. Bastards.
It's nice meeting you.
It would be nicer if you were dead.
Alright, bye.
Yo, this is Ryan Taylor from Condition Critical, Atomic, Solstice, Thrasher Eye, and some other ones that I can't remember, hanging out with Ron on Metal-O-Mania. Check it out. Hell yeah.
This is Jack the Toothpaste Taylor from Bangover.
And this is Andreas Morelli from Bangover, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crit.
This just in, scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.